I will kill you until you die from it.
Once again to the VHS Vault. I am one of your hosts, VHS Jace. But next to me is a great man. He's not, but he is Jason Roy Gaston.
I am.
And
yes.
Here we go. We're in the next step of our current retrospective series, a short one, for Hot Shots. We have now landed tonight on Hot Shots Part 2.
Part 2.
The sequel that they pumped out pretty quick, Jace. They pumped this thing out a couple of years later. They didn't muck around. They knew they had Hot Shots was a pretty decent hit for a comedy. So, let's make more of that. And normally with these comedies, I will say, they do kind of take a dive. Like Airplane 2 is funny, but it's not as funny as Airplane.
No.
You know what I mean? No. And Naked Gun 2.5, I like that, but it isn't as fresh and funny as the first one. This is the one exception where I actually like this sequel better than I like the first one.
It definitely goes more into Looney Tunes territory, but I tell you what, it works, and it works really well. And I have to agree. I think that Part 2 is better than Part 1.
And there's a couple of main reasons for that. I think Charlie understands what kind of movie he's in now.
Yes.
I think he's figured out how to do that. And you're right. It goes so prop and slapstick. Warner Brothers cartoons a perfect example of that. And I think it serves this type of comedy better, to be honest with you. The setting, if the first one was a parody on Top Gun, this one's a parody on Rambo movies.
Yes, it is.
And mind you, Richard Crenna's in this film. Literally playing the same character he was in all those Rambo movies.
He did get permission from Sylvester Stallone first, though. He did go to Stallone and say, hey, I can do this movie. I'm going to play the same part. Is that okay? And Sylvester Stallone was like, which was, I think, okay. No, Stallone actually gave his blessing. And apparently he enjoyed this movie so much and thought it was so funny that this was the reason so many years went by before he did Rambo 4. Because he just thought, I can't ever do another Rambo movie because nobody will ever take it seriously. Entertainment Tonight asked him at one point, are you going to do another Rambo? And he said, well, why don't you just ask Charlie Sheen to do the Rambo movie? He does it better than I do.
Well, mate, Charlie looked apart when it came to, he got himself into some shape. That opening sequence, which is a great kickboxer parody, he is bulked up.
I honestly thought it was a muscle suit at first because he was so ridiculously jacked. Yeah, and then after about a minute or two, I realized, oh no, that's 100% Sheen right there. Good job, Charlie. Good job.
And when we talk about what type of comedies in this movie, this opening scene with Topper, returning back to Topper, just sets the tone for the entire movie. The fight scene itself, the dipping of the fists.
I want someone to punch me in the face with caramel dip fists and sprinkles. I mean, come on. If I'm going to go, that's how I want to go.
Yeah. And, it's hard to make comedy out of action. And one of the big compliments I'm going to give this movie is the inventive and hilarious ways everybody dies in this. And there's a lot of death in this movie. Soldiers are getting wiped out left, right, and center. And they're just, no one kind of dies the same. It's hilarious.
I enjoyed the running body count at that one point whenever they said, more deaths than, RoboCop, more deaths than this. And it's true. Yeah. It's true. The body count of Hot Shots Part 2 is higher than RoboCop and Total Recall put together.
Yeah.
And there's just something hilarious about that. I don't think the death toll of this movie was topped until, Rambo came back in that one movie where he was like cutting people in half with machine guns. And I'm sorry, that was awesome. Which is basically like Hot Shots level of parody if you really think about it.
Yeah, it is. But like we said about Charlie being like, he gets what type of movie he's in. Same for Lloyd Bridges.
Oh,
Playing
Lloyd
the
knew
president this time.
Lloyd knew from the very beginning what kind of movie
And
he was in.
And he just gets, he's playing a cartoon character, like, and he's great. But I'll tell you where the bonus hilarity comes from, which I'm sure the filmmakers didn't really realize how good this was going to be into the editing room, is Jerry Haliva, who plays Saddam Hussein in this movie, who's pitch perfect, hilarious in this role. Like, my hat's off to you, sir, because you just knew how to take it and have ridiculous fun with it. It was amazing.
I want to know whose idea it was to play Saddam Hussein like Sylvester the cat. Your powers are weak, old man.
It's great. But that whole him getting ready for bed sequence is amazing. It's just such a great scene. Everything about it.
So many jokes smashed into that scene, and I could watch it 3 or 4 times and find a new joke in each one. Whenever he opens up his refrigerator, I don't think I ever paid attention to what was in his refrigerator until this time, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at that! That is incredibly problematic and hilarious at the same time."
So it's great, and everyone's solid. There is there is one returning character from Hot Shots, Ryan Stiles, tall guy. And I love Ryan Stiles.
From Whose Line, yes.
Yeah, which is an amazing show, and he was always the star, the superstar of that show. He's great in this as well. So,
he has the funniest monologue where he's talking about, one of these days I'm going to go get a house and a family and I'm going to raise them, and then when 15 years go by and I have everything paid for, I'm going to blow it all up. So the way he delivers it. Yeah, it's like you almost buy into the heartfelt nature, like, oh, this guy's going to die. This is setting him up to die, and then I'm going to blow it all up. Okay. That's where Disney got the idea from Atlantis for that bomber guy who's just, I'm going to blow everything up. It's this guy from Hot Shots Part 2. And you know what? I love both characters. I want to see both characters team up one day. It'll never happen, but I want to see it. Well, Disney owns Hot Shots now, don't they? For 2 minutes, and he steals the show.
He does.
He's in this movie 2 whole minutes, and he steals it.
Just living with the despair of having his shoelaces tied together. And the horror that's causing him. It's just so well played. It's kind of, you can almost tell the pain in his eyes when he has to, and the shame that he feels. I just go, this is awesome. I love that.
When Charlie's carrying him over his shoulder, and Charlie gets hit by a bullet, and then, ha-ha, you missed me. You're such a terrible shot. You can't hit me now, can you? Rowan Atkinson is
English bravado type of thing.
Yes, Rowan Atkinson is so funny in everything he does. Even in things that are so beneath him, he just gives it his all. I don't think people really give him the credit he's due, because he makes it look so easy. There's a movie, and I personally like this movie, but I know a lot of people don't like it. It's oh my gosh, Rat Race. A lot of people don't like the movie. I love the movie
myself. Yeah, I don't know if I love it, but I like it.
He plays such a hilariously over the top character, and he commits to it from the very beginning. Just, I'm winning. It's a race. It's a race. I'm winning. I'm winning. I just love him. He's nice, comedy genius. I love him in every movie.
I grew up watching his Blackadder TV series and all that kind of thing. He's incredible.
It was Mr. Bean for me. Mr. Bean
made
me fall in love with Rowan Atkinson. I unfortunately did not get to see Blackadder growing up, and I still
the great thing about it, every season is a different time period.
Yes.
And they start, to the Blackadder goes fourth, the fourth one, which was set in World War I in the trenches, and it's one of those rare shows where every season gets funnier and funnier. The dude that played House is in it.
Hugh Laurie?
Hugh Laurie's in it, and he's hilarious. He plays a buffoon. He's
a funny guy, yeah. He's a hilarious guy.
It's great. But, there's also some really big, like Richard Crenna, as we mentioned, who I think does a fantastic job just because he has to be that real straight man. Like, he doesn't really deliver lines, does he? He's just reacting.
Yeah.
Which is great. And the late, great Miguel Ferrer, who plays the Navy SEAL in the beginning. Love that guy.
He's great.
He was always in everything you could see. And if he was in the movie, you knew it was quality. But he's great here playing it. Again, the Navy SEAL that portrays them. And he plays it straight. Even his crying scene, he's doing it legit. It doesn't seem like there's any like over the top kind of forcing of it. I don't know. Anyway, I love this film. I think it's hilarious. Even the way, even Saddam Hussein at the end, out of the thing with the machine guns, which is just a ridiculously stupid. It shouldn't be funny. At 51, I shouldn't be laughing at that because I've seen that a million times. But I am.
Just the fact that he's melded with his Yorkie because of a Terminator 2 parody. If I have any legitimate criticism about this movie, it is that some of the spoofs have not aged well. And I don't mean that they're problematic or anything. I mean that the things that they are making fun of are just not relevant anymore. And it almost at times feels like a Freeburn and Seltzer movie where they're just pulling everything from whatever's in theaters to make fun of them in this one movie.
Yeah,
you watch it and you're like, what are they even making fun of? I don't know.
What else did they? I mean, they definitely did Terminator 2. That's the obvious main one.
They did,
and then
Basic
you're doing
Instinct
Rambo
at one point.
Basic Instinct.
And
I suppose
honestly,
that's the genre, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Naked Gun kind of did the same thing, I reckon.
Yeah, but the Basic Instinct parody to me almost fell completely flat. Because I guess it's been forever since I've seen Basic Instinct, and unless you've seen the movie, that scene doesn't work. Now, on the other hand, a movie like Airplane, I can watch that club scene with the dancing without ever seeing Saturday Night Fever and know exactly, this is fun. This is funny because it does not require any homework, and that's the hallmark of a good spoof.
That is true. I mean, I think Terminator 2 lives in that Saturday Night Fever zone of, that was instantly not going to, that's iconic. So it kind of has a better shelf life. But you're right. Basic Instinct was a film that was hot for a year. Yeah. People talked about how shocking that scene was.
That good. It wasn't that good of a movie.
We learned that when DVD came out and all the men went, that's right. Let's have a...
we know why you guys got the DVD.
It's always upset me, that scene. Not because of the scene. It's just because it takes away from a pretty good film. Like, I don't mind that movie, Pearl Verhoeven. I like his twisted, films. Man, I like Showgirls. One day we'll talk about Showgirls.
I've never seen Showgirls.
Showgirls is a well, we'll get into it one day. We'll have to put it on the list.
If we have to. Oh my God.
But back to this is great. I mean, look, when you're big acts, when the image on the poster is you shooting a chicken to kill a Iraqi soldier, I think it's pretty great.
It is really great, yeah.
Can't help it. And it is kind of having a go at a lot of Middle East kind of parody, but it seems so detached from anything that's reality. It's like they're parodying the movie versions of how we perceive those people rather than parodying the reality of those people, if you know what I mean. It feels like once removed of being directly trying to insult a people because we know they're nothing like that. They're just people.
I think it's you're on the right. You got a good point with what you said, but there's also a stunning lack of bitterness and meanness in it, which is surprising given the time of history that this movie was created in.
Oh,
this movie seems more interested in just skewering real people who, quite frankly, deserved it. It never really goes after Iraqis or anything like that, unless they are just cartoonish bad guys. But it never just
Yeah.
insults the entire country or the entire
No.
ethnicity. And I think that's why they were able to get away with it, was because at its heart, it's not a mean movie. And I have seen
The president
mean
is
movies.
a dangerous buffoon.
Yeah.
Now, of course, nothing like that would ever happen in
Nothing
reality.
like that would ever happen today.
No. But because of that, yeah, it's kind of like we're morons too. So it does remove that level of hate. You know?
Yeah, it is definitely an equal opportunity offender. And I have no problem with movies being offensive in that manner, as long as you're fair.
So, I reckon 13, totally fine to watch this. I don't think it ever really goes. Even less, maybe 10-year-old could probably handle this. Because I don't think there's anything R-rated, really, is there? There's no scenes like that. I think that was in the first one.
The Basic Instinct scene kind of walks that line. That may be one of those things where you have to kind of do that to the kid's eyes. Like, why is she on a diving board, Daddy? Don't worry about it. Is she going to do a flip?
Probably the only one. But Charlie doesn't even change his emotion. He doesn't even look, he's just dead on. So that helps with that anyway. But I think what I'm trying to get at, I think I could show it to a kid today of that age, and I think they'd have a really good time with this.
Probably so. I do think parental guidance is needed, but yeah, I don't think there's anything awful in it. The violence is cartoonish. The sex jokes are pretty tame. I think the one joke about, you don't know what'll happen if you stay here. Yes, I do. Sex. Lots of sex. Yeah, that was probably the most racy joke, and it was so matter of fact. So
maybe 13 then.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I reckon it would be getting viewed a lot more recently. I think one of the gifts that the new Naked Gun movie would be giving us is a interest, hopefully, again, in the spoof. And now it's coming out on streaming. I could almost guarantee you, whatever streaming service, if the recommends are going to be these type of films, because you may also if you like this, you may also like this and this. The algorithms are better. Not like before, you watch, I don't know, Shearer. You may also like Serial Murders in Kentucky. Right? Yeah, it doesn't seem to match, but...
Hello, this is Serial Murders in Kentucky.
Yeah, I was
narrated by me, Cal.
There you go. Oh, there's the link.
There was a knock at the door. Who is it? She asked. Excuse me, I have to get home to my husband, Bo. Excuse me, wee. I still say they're married.
Do you reckon he could pull off a third? Because I tell you what, I don't know if you're realizing, this guy is everywhere at the moment, Charlie Sheen.
He is, yeah.
He has been on every podcast on the planet except ours. He has.
We haven't invited him, though. In fairness, we haven't invited him. But Charlie, give us a call, dude.
We've got an idea.
We'll talk Major League.
He could do one of those sequels, hey?
He could.
You could have him in as a Major League owner.
Yes.
And he would be amazing. Or could he do a third Hot Shots, a parody of the Expendables or something?
Well, here's the thing with that. Hot Shots Part 3 was actually planned for a summer 1995 release.
Oh, I did not know
Charlie Sheen declined because he had prior commitments, and then the interest in creating it kind of fizzled out. Now, I will say, do the Hot Shots continuation and the Major League sequel as one movie. Double the Sheen. Double the Sheen, double the fun, double the cocaine.
Not anymore. He's a clean boy. We're very proud of where Charlie's 8 years sober. 8 years.
You know what? I'm happy for him, because that is a monster you do not want in your life right there. So if Charlie Sheen is indeed clean, I have nothing but respect and love for him. Charlie, good job. Keep it up.
Keep it up. And you know what? He's not a bad guy. He's just a good guy that does bad things sometimes. To himself. Never really. It's never. He's not malicious. I'm sure he's done bad things to other people just by the decisions he's made and how that's impacted people around him. But, you don't hear about him beaten anyone up or
not recently
involved in any violence or whatsoever.
I think what Dan Aykroyd said about John Belushi applies to Charlie Sheen. He's a good man, but he's a bad boy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, pretty much. But I still want Hot Shots 3. Bring it on.
I do too. I want Hot Shots 3. Do it, Charlie.
Yep.
Do it. We'll go see it. You know, just don't put Jared Leto in it, or if you do, have him get shot in the first 5 seconds.
Yes,
just have him pop up and go, "Hi, I'm Jared Leto," and then his chest explodes. And you don't even have to use special effects. Just like attach some C4 to the actual Jared Leto and save us.
You know,
save us from Jared Leto.
You're really hanging on to Tron, aren't you? I think that's what's going on here. It's left an impact. Do you want to know something that's even blown my mind just before we go? Tron Ares has 87% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
And nobody's going to go see it. It's so sad.
But you've got a rating like that. The audience that is going, the 3 dudes in the middle of the cinema, are like, yeah, man, it's not bad. It's not horrible. That was my experience. That was your experience.
I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed everything.
Nobody's going.
I just don't like Jared Leto in things. That's it. I do not like Jared Leto in things because 95.9995% of the things he's in, he ruins. And it's because it is because he is an actor whose head is so far up his own keister that he just chokes the life out of every film he's in. And I do not understand why they keep casting him in major roles in movies that can sink studios. I don't get it.
That movie would have been insane and bold if they had made one single choice. Make it a silent movie. Just have the soundtrack going and have the thing going and tell it visually. You've got an amazing film. And then people like Jared. Because the problem with Jared is his line deliveries. Because, you know, yeah, that's the problem. When he plays normal, he can't be normal. He seems pretentious. And in that movie, he's trying to play normal, but he's just really coming off pretentious. Anyway, that's enough of that. Don't worry about that. Go see Hot Shots. Go watch part 1 and part 2. That ends our retrospective series. Jason, under the pump now, dude. What's next?
Okay, well, our next film was chosen by you, my good friend, and we have a remake of it coming out into theaters very soon, starring one Mr. Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell, is that his name? I don't know. He's not in any movies that I know of. I don't know. Some no-name
director as well.
Yeah. But we're going to be taking a look at the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Running Man, which I love, and I can't wait to revisit it because I haven't seen this movie in forever. And then, oh my goodness, we start a big one. It's we have this little bite-sized, light-hearted little appetizer that you can kind of munch on and just say, that's really good. I wonder what they're going to do next. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing every single freaking Star Wars movie, starting with A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And then you're like, you're doing the prequels next, aren't you? No, we are not. We're going to go do the Star Wars Holiday Special. We're going to do the Caravan of Courage. We're doing the Battle for Endor. We're doing the animated Clone Wars movie. We're going to be doing all that stuff. And it is all countdown. We're counting down to the release of The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is signaling Star Wars' grand return to theaters, where it freaking belongs.
Absolutely. Dude, I've never talked about this. Is my favorite franchise in the world. It's the only tattoo I have of Star Wars. I've never spoken about or reviewed the films on a podcast before. So there's a lot pent up that needs to come out about these films. So
I have some very strong opinions about some of these movies.
Yeah. You know what? I thought about it a lot, Jason. How do I approach the review of this movie? Do I approach it from a nostalgic point of view, or do I approach it from a modern day analytical point of view? And I think the only way I can handle it is a bit of column A and column B.
You can't just be analytical about Star Wars because it has woven itself into not only our lives, but into our culture.
Exactly.
You can
So
you can
that
look
has
at
to
a
be
newborn
recognized.
baby and say, "May the force be with you," and it'll just look at you and go,
Yeah.
it's just in our DNA at this point.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's going to be amazing. Lots of great stuff to watch. So Jason, should we let the peeps know and how they can be part of this madness,
Oh
this
yes.
alchemy of weirdness?
Do not click off this video yet. You're going to want to see this. Do not click off. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support us in this dumb thing we do, please consider becoming a YouTube channel member, or as usual, you can join us on Patreon. Both ways you get really cool stuff, including early access to our videos, and it's all for as low as $5 a month. Do it now or my cat will kill you. That was so awesome. I love that so much. Good Lord. This man here is like, he's the man whenever it comes to just coming up with the dumbest stuff. And I love you. I love you so much.
I'm inspired by working with you. Yeah, how's that? You give me a compliment and I just rag all over you.